Controversial opinion, I think the Switch sequels kinda suck. Hi, hello, welcome or welcome back to my YouTube channel. I know, it's been such a long time. Obviously, I'm in a different setting. I'm back at my home, my actual childhood home, and I am in the backyard because it is, for some reason, cloudy. I am back near airplanes, and hopefully you guys won't be able to hear that because I have a new microphone set up. So, yay. And I know what I said in the beginning of the video is like super controversial. It is a super hot take, but let me get into it. Specifically talking about the cozy game genre of sequels, that's the one I'm the most familiar with in terms of like coming from the 3DS era into the Switch era. And the most egregious example that I can think of was Animal Crossing New Horizons. Now, I don't know what my playtime was for New Leaf, but I played New Leaf for years. For years. And I have not played Animal Crossing New Horizons more than, like, I would say more than a year consistently. So obviously during the COVID era when the game came out, a lot of people got into it. It's their first time even playing Animal Crossing and their first introduction to the series. My introduction to the series was actually watching my grandmother play City Folk, which I didn't know came out before Wild World. So when I saw her play City Folk and then I got a DS and I got to play Wild World, oh, I was so mad at that game. I actually still to this day don't like that game. And I want to start by saying that this is my personal opinion. And if you love New Horizons, and I understand why a lot of people love New Horizons, especially people who never played New Leaf, like, I'm not going to take that away from you. I'm not saying it's not a bad game. I'm just saying it's not a good sequel. Like, coming from New Leaf to New Horizons. Yes, you can have, and they did an update. That's one thing. One thing I would say, I do not like waiting for the updates for a game that should have had these features already, like the museum and Brewster. Oh my god, I can't believe they didn't have them. The newest update having Captain's family back that were introduced in New Leaf was great, but we're missing so many characters that were in previous games, like Gracie Grace. I'm still missing her freaking furniture set. I miss her furniture set. Why do we not have her furniture set anymore? Like, end game, which there is no end game, but you know, once you accumulated like a certain amount of bells, you kind of want to spend that money. And it's hard to spend that money when there's nothing end game content that you want to spend your money on. Like, honestly, come on. I miss the Gracie Grace style of furniture. The Switch, you can have up to, I believe, about 8 players on one island. I could be wrong, but about 8 players up to one island. There's nothing to do when you visit someone's island. There's no mini games like in New Leaf, and I think that was my biggest complaint, and I was so disappointed that they never brought that back, and I really thought they were going to bring that back when they did the last update, increasing the amount of people on your island. Oh, no. I really thought they were going to bring that back since we got Captain's family again, but no. No, they didn't bring that back. So you have 8 people on your island at most doing nothing but walking around and maybe hitting your villagers with their nets. And now we're going to get into the game that made me talk about this topic. Tomodachi Life, Living the Dream. I was so excited when the announcement for Tomodachi Life came out. And then I got the game. Now, I got the game at a discount because I have GameStop reward points that I needed to use up because they're getting rid of that. And that's a whole other topic. A $60 game? And it's still missing features? Oh man, Nintendo. I am so tired of the Switch sequel fatigue. It's insane. It's the fatigue of playing a Switch game when you're coming from its predecessor, the 3DS era, I would say. And you're comparing the two games and you're realizing it's missing features. So a lot of the benefits from Tomodachi Life living the dream, is the fact that there is no censorship. Honestly, having that barrier of censorship kind of made the game more interesting, in my opinion, because the creative ways of people trying to circumvent certain words in a creative way with innuendos was fun. When you can just say whatever you want off the cusp in the game, I don't know, it wasn't really entertaining. I don't see the replay value in that, in terms of like watching people play Tomodachi Life. Like one of my favorite YouTubers, Professor, I loved his Tomodachi Life series, and a lot of it was him circumventing the censorship. Now that he had Tomodachi Life living the dream, he can say whatever he wants. And I can see he's not making as many videos because it's repetitive. That's the second thing that I would get into. Tomodachi Life living the dream is repetitive. Granted, this game is meant to be like, I don't know, I would like to imagine me playing with dolls. That's how I see myself playing this game. And that's how I played the original game. So like I wouldn't spend hours anymore playing the original game on my 3DS, but I would go periodically in there. And it took me a long time for me to like stop playing the game completely from the 3DS, just like how it did for Animal Crossing New Leaf. But when it came to the Switch, um, I would say with Animal Crossing New Leaf, I got tired of it very easily. One, because it was missing features, and two, I was waiting for updates, but waiting for those updates made me want to pick up the game. Except for recently, I did not want to pick up the game even after the latest update. But I feel like that's the direction that modern games are going towards, and that's what video game companies are wanting to lean towards, at least in terms of Nintendo. Because, the anticipation, it makes the game last a little bit longer when people are waiting for features, which I can see from a corporation perspective. But from a consumer perspective, especially a consumer who came from a game that had almost everything already made in the game. Like, granted, New Leaf had a quality of life update, especially when Happy Home Design came out. That was a update and the major update for New Leaf. But like we weren't waiting for new features, and those new features brought something to already finished game, not a game that came out and still missing features. So I try to give it the benefit of the doubt because it was COVID era. But freaking Tomodachi Life living the dream, there's no excuse why we don't have babies. Why, when my Mii's finally get to have a baby, we see a montage, and it's the same montage over and over again, just like the old game, but they don't turn into a child. I mean, they do, but they don't turn into like a baby, which, that was one of the things that was kind of annoying about Tomodachi Life, the original one on the 3DS that I played. But at the same time, it was still nice. It gave them something to do. Another thing, they live in their own house, which you can do in Tomodachi living the dream. But I hate the fact that my couples that would be married or in a relationship living together still would want to move out. And granted, you can bring them along and stuff like that, like their partners and their spouses. But I don't want to log into my game where every few days one of the couples want to move out to live with their friend or something. It's just weird. Another weird thing is, like, yes, I like the fact that they do have separate rooms, but I would like to see my Mii's interacting with each other and at least sleeping together in the room. Some features that are missing in Tomodachi Life, living the dream, that I noticed was, one, the biggest one, the music hall, the concert. So you're giving us the ability to allow the Mii's to say whatever they want, and you're not going to give us the concert hall again. Not only that, we don't get to have rap battles by the water fountain anymore, or any of the cool little mini game stuff that they did, like quizzes, compatibility tests, which I would love to bring back. Oh my god. Being able to see which Mii's that I interacted the most with and the ones I interacted the least with. some other stuff where like certain cutscenes are just gone. Like anything that had to do with like the news station is just gone. Another weird thing is like I made my me and then my brother's me, and they're still not identifying each other as siblings because to do that they have to live together. It seems like Nintendo focuses on like some other aspects, but like they could easily put back some of those old features that belonged in the old game because I don't think it would take away from it. Like New Leaf having the mini games would not have taken away. In fact, it would improve freaking New Horizons, especially with like 8-player mini games. Tomodachi Life, it would improve it significantly, especially in terms of replay value. I was really excited about the game, and then I got disappointed. And it's just really frustrating. I really hope Nintendo does better with their Switch sequels in terms of like cozy games. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video and my little tangent. I don't know. How are you guys liking Tomodachi Life Living the Dream? Do you guys still pick it up and play it? I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!